The word appreciate has a few definitions, my favorite being to value or admire highly. I think it's easy to say that I appreciate my beach trips and seashells, but I also appreciate others that have the same passion as myself. Bryan from Solace and Shelling is one of those passionate people, and Bryan and I had the opportunity to meet up and film for our respective YouTube channels on the same day, and we decided on the quick boat ride over to Key Wading. That's Bryan right there. So we're going to separate. He's going to make his video. I'm going to make my video. I'm going to find the goodies. I'm going to identify them just like we always do. But this time at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a couple of my favorites and some gifts that Bryan brought for me. So if you're ready to see what all is out there for us today, let's go to the beach. Okay, we've established we're here on Key Wading, and look what I see right off the bat. Now, it's a piece of a lightning whelk. It is not attached to the rest of a shell. It happens. So yeah, that is literally just a piece of a lightning whelk. We will likely find a whole one. Probably not quite that big, but I suspect there's quite a few seashells here for us to appreciate. There's that word again. Oh, bay scallop. Yeah, the color just kind of drew me. Yeah, it's broken. I just want to take a little closer look. Here's a mossy arc. What I appreciate about the mossy arcs is it looks like, to me, it looks like the snail like made the shell halfway and was like, I'm good. That's good enough. I'm not going to make any hard edges. It's a little wavy. I'm fine. So it's an interesting shell. This was huge. For us, the moon snails just don't get that big. That is massive. Oh, that would have been cool. So sometimes I like to kind of just appreciate the little pieces, what is left, what could have been. Look at that. All right, that is a lettered olive. There are many different types of olives. There's a fulgur, all sorts of different netted. We typically here in Southwest Florida, we get the lettered olive. Oh, a little delicate lace murex. For those of you who are trying to identify that little shell, that is a lace murex. Turkey wing. I do like a good turkey wing. Now these are also kind of related to the mossy arcs. I personally need to look at the bottom to see if it's broken or not. So while this is technically not broken, it's not in great shape. It's okay. It's okay. Look at this. This is a rough scallop that had been buried at some point, and so it kind of absorbed that darker color. It's really kind of a stained. That darker color will not come out. So it's just kind of a stained shell, which I like. Worm snails. Oh, I do like a good worm snail. Yeah, we don't need to go to the craft store. Yeah, depending on what day it is and where you landed, you can pretty much always find seashells down here. And that brings me to the question about over collecting. That's something that I've been considering lately. But when I look at a pile like that, it's kind of hard to wrap my head around over collecting down here. Although definitely in certain areas of the world, it's a problem. That is a Florida cone. I don't really pass up any cones. I pretty much pick up them all. The juvenile fighting conchs, like this, oh, little bit of zigzaggy pattern. Oh, that's so pretty. Those, it depends. So it just, I don't know. I have to be honest. I don't know why sometimes I pass up other certain shells and sometimes I don't. That is alive, so that is why I will not keep that. That's a banded tulip. All right, my little friend. And our friends we place back in the water. We don't throw them. They have a muscle that is connecting their body to their shell, and you don't want to harm that muscle. Yeah, not sea glass, just junk. So I will be removing the garbage from the beach. I see it. Yep. Oh, so that's a colorful moon snail. I like my shells whole. I don't like them broken. That's a lace murex, and it's worn just the right way. Oh, that's so pretty. What else? Oh, I see my next victim. That wasn't what I was thinking, actually. Okay, that's broken. So that's a banded tulip. I was thinking of that shark eye. Yeah, that's what I saw. Lovely. A lovely moon snail. A shark eye moon snail. Okay. Oh, I see another one. I bet, do I miss it or do I grab it? I miss it. Oh, oh well, what are you going to do? All right, that's an apple murex. It's very worn down. It's kind of worn down. It's been hugged by the beach quite a few times. Sometimes they can be very angular. They can get really, really great angles on those apple murex. Wow. It always what a delight to just find that color buried under the sand there. So that is another rough scallop. It is broken. Its little wing is missing, but I'm going to keep it because the color is so beautiful. All right, at least I found that colorful moon snail. Wonderful. I do like them. That is another shell that I rarely pass up. And, yep, okay. Yeah, the shells were really packed in tight. So that is a banded tulip. Now, I didn't bring my scraper, but I do. Oh, wait, I'll come back to that in a second. That's oh, darn it. So alphabet cone spots. I thought that was going to be exciting. Oh, this is exciting. You are beautiful. And it's very purple, almost pinkish. Oh, you're so pretty. So that's a colorful moon snail. And as I was saying, the shells are really packed in tight. I do have a little shovel that I always have in my handy dandy backpack. So it's a worm snail. And I did employ that shovel a couple of times to kind of loosen up those shells and sand. It's all real hard packed. Another turkey wing. Oh, that's nice. Oh, not broken. This is also called the zigzag arc. Well, some of these seashells have quite a few names, and then there's always the scientific name. So it was really a learning curve for me when I first came here and trying to figuring all this stuff out, because there's not one central location. It's just a little bit of information all over the place. There's books and websites. Oh, shoot, you're pretty. Fighting conch, beautiful zigzags, but you're a little worn. I will appreciate you and leave you here. Turkey wing. Oh yeah, you've been hanging out at the beach a little while. You're still pretty though. Apple murex, nice angles. Yeah, that's more of a quote-unquote fresh shell. It'll be more colorful. It'll have more sharp angles on it. That was an apple murex. Another banded tulip. Terrific. What did I see? I'm chasing something. So I saw something. I'm looking. What was it I'm chasing? Oh, no wonder it was hard to see. So I must have just seen the shape of the shell, and then I couldn't nail it down. Beautiful lace murex. Very nice. Oh, fighting conch, you're so awesome. I'm probably not going to hold on to you. I'm just going to appreciate you. That's kind of fun though, because it makes my shell bag less heavy, less cleanup at the end of the day. Some of them though, I cannot resist. That one, yep. You, my friend, are coming home with me. You are beautiful. So that's a Florida fighting conch. And a cone. The cones are great. Now, I will admit, it would be really nice to find an alphabet cone. I do have to admit, I was kind of hoping that I'd get one of those. Lettered olive. Oh, two for the price of one. All right, you know what? Changed my mind. I am not going to hold on to that one. But the other one I will. So I'll leave the one with no top. I'm going to keep the one with the top. And then hurry up, get the little horse conch. It's exciting shelling. It's so fun. So, yep, there's the lettered olive I decided to keep. Because you're shiny and you have your little point. Yeah, I can be picky. I know, it's terrible. Oh, there's another little horse conch. Oh, you're so great. Great size. It's a yellow one. I do really like that bright orange color that sometimes will pop up in a couple different shells. There we go. I see spots. I see spots. All right, what do we got? Whoa. Whoa. It's massive. Look at that. So that's an alphabet cone. It's called an alphabet cone because you can sometimes in those splotches, you will see letters. I see an X, I see a J, kind of an F. Wait, I think I saw something else. What? So yeah. Oh my goodness, two lovely. All right, that one's broken a little bit, but that big one, that's like twice the size of the, well, maybe not twice the size. It's big. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, that's so exciting. Yay. Oh, you too, little nutmeg. You are super exciting as well. Oh, you're great. And sometimes they'll be like really, really dark, the nutmegs. Oh, now this was really cool. This I don't find often. And it's named after one of the islands we have down here in Southwest Florida. I am not on that island. That is called a Sanibel turrid. Fun little shell, right? Sanibel turrid. Oh, you must stop. Yes, I have to stop you. Oh, you're so pretty. Little bit of purple. Yeah, there's just something about, yep. And that little bit of cream color along the aperture. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Turkey wing. Oh, I love you. Yep. You are fabulous. Fabulous little zigzag arc. Now, I'd like to also point out, I'm shelling in the water for the first time. It's been a minute since I've been like shelling in the water like this. That is a bay scallop. So basically the cold weather, I think it's safe to say the cold weather is behind me at this point. Oh, I see spots. I see spots. That's what you want to see, spots. Now you'll notice it's much harder for me to kind of see those spots. The water was a little deeper. If the water was not existent or much more shallow, it would be much easier to find these shells. So that's why I do like coming at low tide. That is a fantastic alphabet cone. Oh, exciting. Very exciting. And this, again, I'm kind of over collecting. It's a thing. I don't know if it's really a thing down here in Southwest Florida. I want to say that it's impossible, but look at this. So mostly it's the common thing. So it's not anything I would really collect only because it's literally always here. You go to the beach, you pick up a transverse arc. I mean, they're just always here. Lace murex, little harder. Yep. Just kind of past the point where I like the shells to kind of be worn down. But I suspect there's something else exciting in here. Oh, that is a calico scallop. I just happen to like that particular pattern. They come in all different colors, pinks, purples, oranges. Oh, a yellow prickly cockle. Another fun shell that I like. For a hot second, I thought that was a lettered olive. That is a living banded tulip. So we're going to leave. Yeah, we'll just place you right there. I love that sound. Oh, another calico scallop. Yeah, you're a little broken. Well, no shortage of shells, no shortage of things to appreciate. And it's so beautiful out. Love Keewaydin. This seems like actually a perfect opportunity for me to be quiet and let you enjoy some beach time. Yep, the Atlantic giant cockle. That is a beach bowl. It's really more like a beach cup. So they do get a little bit bigger than that. I just think they're kind of pretty. The giant Atlantic cockle. Oh, that's a rather large buttercup lucine. That, frankly, could be a little cup too, couldn't it? Do like the lucines. Buttercup lucine. Fantastic. Fighting conch, yeah. Knobless. All right, this one does not have that row of knobs. Someone recently asked me, do I think it's a different species? I do not. Some of these shells just have different attributes. The knob and knobless just happens to be one of those things that the fighting conchs kind of have. Calico clam, like these, the calico clam. Sometimes the base can be like a light color, other times it can be very dark. Still the same species, it's just the coloration will be a little different. I know, you know, the knobs and no knobs is more of a characteristic, not a color characteristic. Florida prickly cockle, and that, I flipped that over. Oh, I love that color. So the Florida prickly cockle and the calico clam, and a gorgeous turkey wing. So I might have to pick up a couple in order to get a really, really great one. That is beautiful. Beautiful zigzag arc. Tiny, another. Well, just look at that. It's another Sanibel turrid. It's not in great shape like that first one. Cool though. And see, if I had found that first, it would really trip me up. Like, what is it? And just it's repetition. The more you find these shells, like that calico scallop right there, beautiful. It's that repetition for me that makes it kind of stick. Oh, this is so fun. You just pluck this pretty calico scallop out of the surf like that. Yeah. This is like oh, I just saw a little flash orange. Yeah, let's get that. What are you? A little scallop? Yeah. And you know what? Even if it was broken in half, I probably would keep it. Sometimes the colors get me. Oh, yep, you are garbage. Yep, you will get off the beach as well. You are a lace murex. Darn, it looks like that one from earlier. Just slightly worn down. I do like them like that. The lace murex. So it's pretty dang nice. The tide is coming back in at this point. It's 71 degrees out. It is lovely. I'm not here alone, but clearly there's plenty of beach, plenty of shells to go around. Okay, another Florida cone. This one's a little broken. Yeah, they usually are, frankly. Great color, though. I love the orange of the Florida cone. Oh, that's a nice, yep. I like that pattern. So that's another calico scallop. Not too hard. We don't have all that many scallops over here anyway. Beautiful color. Gorgeous. Gorgeous calico scallop. Are you a horse conch or a ribbed cantharus? You are a horse conch. The Florida state shell, which is actually not a conch, but that's okay. We still look for them anyway. The Florida horse conch. Oh, look at that. So I just was remarking or looking at the difference of these two. They both have their little white tops, but that orange compared to the yellow. Totally normal, just the way it is. Sometimes they're more orange, sometimes they're more yellow. Just another one of those things that I like to appreciate about these shells. Oh, a little nutmeg. So that's another one. It could be a little different in the coloration. I don't care. You're a little beat up. I'm going to keep you anyway. Pretty little beaded nutmeg. Beautiful fighting conch that does have a date with some bleach, and that is just fine. I love, man, pulling the fighting conchs out of the bleach is probably one of my favorite cleaning things to do. And then there's this sailboat. Yeah, it's been here for a while. For me, it was kind of like a marker. I just kind of wanted to walk up the beach until I get to the sailboat. I will tell you, it's been here for quite a few years. I filmed this drone footage back in 2021. So this boat has been here since the hurricane. So before the hurricane, after the hurricane, that boat is still just kind of hanging out. And yes, there are some private residences on Cayo Costa, which kind of reminded me of my experience over on Cayo Costa. And at the end of the video, I'll remind you about that. If you haven't seen that video, that is one not to miss. Anyway, Cayo Costa is about 85% public property, and then about 15% is privately owned. And that's what made me think of Cayo Costa, has that kind of has those things in common. Yep, that's coral. That is, I know we are just learning this. It is illegal to collect coral off the beaches. Well, specifically stony coral, which basically is a significant portion of the coral species found in our waters here. So, yep, I am very, very surprised, but hey, keep learning, right? I feel like I learn something new every day. No, I'm very sorry, alphabet cone piece. I'm still not going to take you home. So, second time I came across you. I wonder how many other people have kind of picked that up. What did I see? What flashed? Nothing. Nope, missed it. Okay, so I'm going to change. Oh, there it is. Oh, yay! Oh, so it's the orange color and it's a ribbed cantharus. Oh, so the ribbed cantharus don't always come. I love the shape of those shells, and sometimes they come in that bright orange color, like the horse conch. So just as an example, same orange, but totally different species. So that's a little horse conch, and that other one was a little ribbed cantharus. Oh, super fun. I'm having a fun orange appreciation day. Oh, the Florida cone showed up and said, hey, don't forget about me. Not to worry, orange Florida cone, with your cute little pointed top. So the lovely Florida cone. Oh, you are so zigzaggy, and look how oh, you also had you're very tall. All right, what else did I see? Yeah, okay, had to check it out. So it's a piece of a true tulip. Oh, that would have been great. That's okay though. I still have this really, really awesome zigzaggy Florida fighting conch, and I like that it's pointy. It's awesome. Pink, yellow, pink. Pink calico clam. Not calico clam. That is clearly a scallop, not a clam. Although I can see how it get mixed up because we do have calico clams and calico scallops. So I got here with the Hemingway shuttle. They so graciously gave me a ride over here because I let people like you know about them. It's very economical. You can choose the times that you come to and from the island. So I really highly recommend the Hemingway shuttle if you want to have a cool beachcombing experience like this. Illegal. So that's thin-fingered coral. Yeah, it is a stony coral. Who knew? Oh well, it's okay. It is what it is. You know, I'd love to know why. Maybe that's something I'll dig into eventually. Why is it illegal? I'm assuming it's kind of like the birds, like you're not allowed to have feathers because people don't know where you got them. So that's another turkey wing. I think the coral, people are just erring on the side of caution, which is okay. No. So this is one of the bucket list shells that you could find here in Key Wade. That is a rose murex. It's not pristine, but it's a great starter shell. So if you had never found a rose murex, I would say absolutely hold on to that until you find a better one. You can kind of just like switch it out. A great shark eye to go along with that great rose murex. All right, it was an okay rose murex to be fair. And then it seems like it would be appropriate that this would be the last shell on Key Wade that I'm going to appreciate. This really fabulously zigzagged Florida fighting conch. And I'm probably trying to justify the love, why I love them so much. They're so zigzaggy. The small ones are great. So now we're going to go through the seashells that Bryan had gifted me, along with the ones that were my favorites from today. Let's start with the lion paw. So I did not find that today. That's a lion's paw. That is from the east coast of Florida. Oh, so nice. It's intact. I mean, just so very generous. And the Scotch bonnet. So that's another one that if you were to find that over here, you'd go completely insane over. The Imperial Venus clam. I love those. That's probably my next bucket list shell. That's a Distorcio. I personally have never found one, so I can add this to my collection thanks to Bryan. So isn't that neat? It's all like distorted, hence I'm assuming that's why they call it Distorcio. Really neat. And then this lace murex. So that's one from the East Coast as well. And then, yep, another Imperial Venus clam and another Imperial. So nice. Thank you so much, Bryan. And then me, I put like the really special ones to the side. I don't normally do this, but that massive alphabet cone. Oh, that was fabulous. And then the two others I liked. This one was broken that I found with that big one. And then actually this one is, that's a really nice alphabet cone too. So I'm very, very, very happy with those. And, oh yes, the ribbed cantharus. That happens to be in that fantastic orange, that bright orange color. Yep, yep. Love that ribbed cantharus. And then we also, yeah, I really did like that calico scallop with that beautiful kind of like sunburst pattern. The rose murex, I know it's not in great shape, but still a bucket list shell. And then I really liked this colorful moon snail. So that was also a shell for me that I thought was really quite special. And then I had a hard time locating my Sanibel turrid. Yes, there are two of them in there. The other one, the good one, is hiding, but it's in there somewhere. So those were my favorites. I have some gifts, which is super fun, and then my favorites from today. And then Bryan went and did the same, but I'm not going to give you a peek on his stuff, so you're going to have to watch his channel in order to see what he found. All right, spoiler, he also did find at least one cone, but if you'd like to see all of Bryan's finds, I would subscribe to his channel. Now, Bryan also managed to get garbage. Look at that, 1.8 pounds in one shot. I'm not going to take credit for that, but I just wanted to let you know that we did remove some garbage from the beach. Those I already talked about, so I'm not going to talk about them. But I'd like to skip over to some of these other fabulous turkey wings and the mossy arcs and the giant Atlantic cockles, the Florida prickly cockle, yellow prickly cockle, calico clams, the Florida fighting conchs, including one without knobs, the lettered olives, the lace murex, the nutmegs, all right, 2 lightning whelks, a bunch of cones, the calico scallops, some real pretty ones today. The alphabet cones, didn't get too many. I did keep that broken base scallop. Found a couple of worm snails, a couple of those banded tulips, a lot of those orange horse conchs, and then that really orange broken, I like that one too, the broken rough scallop. And then the colorful moon snail, the regular moon snails. It was so fun. And for me, again, being able to kind of share my experience with another YouTuber, somebody else who kind of has the same experiences that I have. We have different goals. We kind of treat our channels completely differently, but yet at the center of it, we appreciate seashells. And I appreciate you, Patreons. Thank you so very much for even considering to support me. I hope you know how much it really means to me. Thank you. Now, I did tell you this Cayo Costa. I did want to remind you about that particular video. It's one of these up here on the screen now. It is great if you haven't seen it. And next week, we're looking for tinies, and tinies we find. So I hope you have yourself a great week, and I'll see you again next Sunday.